Suddenly level 1 again. Welcome to part 11 of Link's Awakening, and today we're coming back into level 1 to get one of the seashells.
Oh, I thought we just loaded up the wrong part. And for some odd reason you were blue. Because we were loaded up the wrong part before.
Yeah, we have.
And just for future reference, well, technically I would have already done that by now, but...
Whoa!
I definitely am going to be editing that into part 7, actually, so...
Yeah.
Again,
like I said there, it'd probably be in the beginning, if not the end.
It's not going to matter much anyway, since I'm already doing this before part...
yeah.
Part 7 before part 11, obviously, so...
What are you doing up here, Mouse?
This one I figured out by accident as well, so...
I can kind of see why, because you're just over here exploring and all of a sudden he just comes out of nowhere.
I do love that.
Meanwhile, in the water...
Brought you...
Link man.
Pretty much.
Link man.
Anywho, what we're doing right now is actually trying out the raft minigame. Honestly, I don't think it's worth it. I really don't.
You can get some good stuff if you got the right path, but from what I've seen, it's actually not easy.
On the right path.
Yeah, it seems very difficult from what I've seen. And you gotta pay a lot of rupees for this too, so if you
don't get enough rupees to compensate for that either, even if you go on the right path, so I don't find it that worth it.
I think the only things this really would help you with is like item restocks, like bombs and magic powder and stuff. Which
doesn't even matter because you can buy 10 bombs for 10 rupees at the shop anyway.
Yeah, that's true. You still buy the stuff really cheap.
It's better than wasting 100 rupees just to have a chance of getting it or not.
That's true, yeah.
You got 120 rupees.
Then he gets another 20.
20 rupees.
And you got another 20 rupees. And then you dig for a heart.
Pretty much. Come here, you. Thank you. I don't know. Every time I see those owl statues, I'm tempted to dig because I'm always, used to seeing seashells being next to it.
Yeah, because there's one that has a seashell right next to it, so it kind of trains you for it.
No, technically there were like 3 of them that had seashells next to them.
Oh, really? Because I know there's 26 shells in the game, but you only need 20, so I don't know where any of them are. Well, that and because I never played it. Just seeing gameplay.
Yep.
True.
You research a lot of stuff about these games even if you don't play it, good lord.
It's because of Let's Plays. That's mainly why. There's so many Let's Plays of any kind of Nintendo game out there, so it's easy to find. Like, Chugga just did this not too long ago, NCS did this a long time ago, Jepson did, although I never watched his.
John Braun did, John Bray did
Chugga was playing this right as soon as I was uploading this. Or I wouldn't say as soon as I was uploading it, but...
It was around the time I think you started again.
I didn't think the timing would be so uncanny.
That's how it always goes. You want to do a playthrough, then a big namer gets to it before you can even have a chance to upload. And makes you feel discouraged because you missed them by like a day or two.
And then you lose all the views because everybody else goes views up.
Yeah, basically. That's kind of how our Glover went. We started recording the moment that Jepson started his playthrough, and I was like, well, there goes that idea.
Well, just so much for that.
Well, looks like this game won't give us a hand.
Oh well, at least we have Jungle Beat to compensate for that, I guess.
And it's random jump cuts.
Yeah, people can tolerate that, that is.
Yeah, we've already gotten his case about it, but that's besides the point.
Yep. Anywho, we're getting the last seashell in the game, I think. Well, at least the last seashell I'm getting. Which is right underneath one of these armos.
And there's also something to do with the plot over here, too, if you continue along. Like, can you get in there right now?
Yeah, we're actually...
Meanwhile, at the plot...
Yeah, this is the part where
we
encounter a major plot twist, and I'm pretty sure Matt is still uninformed as to what the plot twist is. So
well, unless you've seen this part in Chugga's playthrough, because I think you were watching some of that.
I was watching some of it, I didn't watch the ending.
Okay.
Well, this will be kind of spoiling for you, Matt, since you never played the game, so have fun.
Oh, well, we already know this is
I haven't either.
Different.
You haven't played it either, Marley? I could have sworn you did. Huh.
Nope.
No, you're really the only one that's played it all. I mean, I've played, like, the first dungeon at least 20 times because of save issues, like I've mentioned, but that's it.
Well, it's a double treat then. Hooray. Also,
Double spoiler
you can
alert.
get another boss from Link to the Past.
Giant Almost Night. Lovely.
Yeah, and if we had the bow and arrow, we can take this guy out, I think, pretty easily. Because that's how you kill him in Link to the Past in, like, 5 seconds. He's still
Nice,
pretty
no
easy,
shield.
from the looks of things.
The arrow takes him out much easier, though. That's to be expected.
Yeah.
But I don't have those yet because it takes too many rupees. to
Yeah,
pay.
you need to have like a max of 999 to buy him. That's ridiculous. Although you
I'm
could
still
just
gonna-
steal him
and
and
I
have your
wasn't
name
going to
changed.
steal it either because I don't want the name change to happen. So.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to see a consequence. It's just, if you don't want your name changed, it's not good.
What is
Face
the name?
key.
What's this name change that you're talking about?
Oh, basically, if you steal any item from the shop, then your name gets changed from whatever you called it to thief.
Uh-huh.
So you're branded thief throughout the whole entire game. And if you go back into that shop, you get killed. It's a one-shot kill. So there's
Hey,
no
here,
way
pay
out of it.
attention.
So now we basically learned that this whole entire island is just a dream. Very convenient. We had Wart on this island, so that makes sense. He was from a game that was all a dream.
Mario 2 was a.
Yeah, I was about to
entire
say,
dream.
behold the Mario 2 of the Zelda universe, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You know, I was actually tempted to like after that plot twist happened, I was going to put the hamster thing and that right after it and do the dun dun dun, but
I was just hoping to see Mario in the background sleeping.
Dramatic chipmunk.
Just zoom in, then you see the little bubble of Mario sleeping. It's like, well, there's your
I have
dream.
the sound effect if you want to add that back in and post editing.
Sure.
Excellent.
But anywho, when I was mentioning that this plot could have had a lot more potential, and now that we finally got around to the plot twist,
Speaking of twists, you had to mention
Done
twist.
again. Good
but
grief, sir.
anywho, yeah, you had to backtrack the whole way out through the freaking ruins, and it's annoying, especially having to put up with those armors again. And look how much life it burned through just
Yeah,
getting
well, it's a
to
good
that.
thing you found this fairy fountain.
Yeah.
Okay, but anywho, the reason I was saying it was having more potential, or could have had more potential before, is that, you know, you would have some kind of lingering feeling about everything, you know, disappearing, and Link, you know, being technically held responsible and accountable for this. But really, other than Marin, you don't really have any connections with anybody else. That's the main, and I feel that if they would have added a little more emphasis into the character development, and you know, actually made characters that you'd actually care about more than just Marin alone, I feel the plot would have been a little more effective and actually a little more tragic.
Yeah, because I was about to say, the only
Sure.
character you really have a connection to is Marin.
And
That's
I'm pretty
basically
sure,
because she's starting to have a crush on you throughout your adventure.
and I'm
that
pretty
and you
sure
get
the
a
rest
woman
of the, I'm
your
pretty sure the
inventory.
rest of the islanders on this island honestly don't even care about me either. So.
I'm very sure they don't either, because they never really show it like Marin, so that's really the only character development you have in the game for that sake.
Also, Face Shrine.
I mean, it's a great plot twist, but could have had a lot more potential.
Yeah. Also, gigantic statues. You never guess what item we'll get in this dungeon.
Actually, it's not what you're thinking at all.
Level 2. Level 2 bracelets.
Never mind.
When there's big statues like that you can't normally look, 'cause they look way too big, then I can think, oh, you're probably gonna get something stronger.
I thought you were looking at the whole face gimmick of the dungeon.
Nah, I see the big statues and they're like, wait a minute, these are bigger than usual. Probably more gauntlets. I mean, that's what they did in Ocarina of Time.
And this is the only dungeon you ever actually need, and then so it's a pointless item.
That's a bit
Yeah,
awkward.
true.
But at the same time, it lifts items up much faster, adding a little bit of pace. So I kind of like it for that, but that's about it.
It's one of those more minor upgrades you get on an item. It's like a one-time use thing.
And I
Basically,
think
golden gauntlets from Ocarina of Time,
And I
dang
was
it.
completely mistaken. I don't get the last seashell next to the ruins. I actually get it midway through the dungeon.
About that.
I am sadly mistaken.
Oh, there's a seashell in this dungeon?
Yeah, midway through it.
Oh wow, I didn't even know that.
It's not hard to find either, so. What did, like, what's his face forget to get it in his playthrough?
Oh, what, Chugga? Well, I think at this point he had level 2 sword, so it wouldn't matter.
Hmm.
I don't remember, 'cause it's been a
I
while.
played this dungeon like a man, son.
You played it with the level 1 sword. Oh no.
Oh no, we got a badass here.
Watch me do a whole game wooden sword blind run or something. I don't even know.
Blind run. If you know how to keep the wooden sword from Twilight Princess, you're not playing that game for your first time. I'm sorry, but that does not make sense.
So, well, you say that, but at the same time, somebody did a 1% run of Metroid Fusion blind, so let's not forget that.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Well, that makes more
It
sense.
completely ruined his experience in the game because of that.
Oh, yeah, but it makes more sense for that, only because for 1%, you just know, okay, don't grab anything else. For the wooden sword thing, you have to know, like, certain parts about the game that will restrict you from keeping it. That's more or less something you need to know the game for.
Hmm.
And I like how you blow a hole in that wall, you don't even go through it.
You don't even get to throw it.
I paid no regards to it, and I completely forgot that that pathway was absolutely pointless.
You don't need
Require
hints.
another face key.
The key of faces.
The key of many faces. Happy, sad, angry, sad.
It has
It's sad
split
twice.
personalities.
So it's a bipolar key.
Yes.
The bipolar key.
Is that a Sparky?
Yeah, when suddenly the sparkling enemy.
Ow.
He's just landed on my Goomba.
Any much.
Oh yeah, that's how you kill him to get hearts. Yeah, you
This
might
time,
need to. Yeah. You know, I've seen
Doing it
everyone make that
wrong.
mistake.
I'm pretty sure you saw that coming.
Yeah, because I've seen so many people make that mistake from the 2 Let's Plays I've seen. But still. That's still a stupid thing. I wonder what we get
Ridiculous
here.
too, especially since it's right next to the freaking dungeon item.
I would laugh they gave you the map.
Or as I like to call it, the dungeon of the item. But that's just me.
Temple of the item, sir.
Yeah, get it right.
True.
Also, random shy guy. He wasn't in this room before, I think.
No, he was. I just killed him too quickly.
Oh, that's probably why we didn't notice.
It's probably
I think you needed that statue.
That'd be what would do it.
Yeah, because the door didn't open.
random shy guy.
I don't think I was actually planning on going through there. I think I was doing something else.
I
Because really,
don't
that
think it was
way
right.
over there is just a shortcut. So,
No, so it's just back to an area we've already been.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we don't need to go back there if that's the case then.
This dungeon really loves the switches, but I think it does a good job at it.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. I tend to love dungeons that do that with the whole switch gimmick.
Yeah, I mean, this dungeon does it right. From what I've seen, level 8 doesn't.
Well, you only ever need to do it once, and the problem with that was that, well, not only was it only used once, it was
Ow.
put in a very obscure location.
Yeah, so basically,
Freaking whiz rolls.
I know for a fact if you leave one of these dungeons, then the switch will reset. So if you hit it, leave the dungeon, because in level 8 you actually have to leave it. If you leave it and then go back in, then there was no point in hitting the switch, because it just resets. That's what I mean by
There's
switches
the
done
map.
wrong.
At long
At
last, you know.
last, you got the map.
Like, hey, you
And
forget
as you
about
can
this?
probably guess by the length of the video, I don't finish the dungeon in this part. Just like level
Aw.
5 all over again.
Well, then again, these dungeons are much longer, so I'm glad you don't. Otherwise, we'll be here half a part for each video. Or half a part each
Good
video.
grief.
What? Half an hour. Half a part.
I nearly said Goosh grief. What?
Okay, good. I'm not the only one
Grief.
who tripped up his words.
Can I name the video that now?
Goosh grief.
Goosh
That is
grief.
not a video title, sir.
Goosh grief. Why can't we speak today?
No, I think it should be like, plot that could have had more potential. Goosh grief.
The LPerLeague, where we actually discuss our video titles in the video.
Well, we've done it before.
That's why I said that.
And you up the staircase is our last seashell. That's all.
Lovely.
And
Doesn't this reset the switches too, because you're leaving the dungeon?
unfortunately, when you go back and then like save and quit, you start from that location, which is not in a very good / convenient place. But anywho, next time we finish up we finish up level 6 and get our reward for getting all the seashells. So see
You were gonna say finish up part 6. We've been done with that like 4 parts ago. Actually, no, 5.